Hello and welcome to Three Questions with me. Got my baby, my friend David with us. David, the Realtor. Good morning, David. Now that we got that out, how you doing today?
I am very well. Thank you for having me today, Kevin.
So, David, I want to jump in. I want you to play
Yeah.
crystal ball with me. Tell me what's
Okay.
going on in the New Hampshire real estate market for 2024.
Yeah. So
What's
so
the
it's
hold?
it's going to be really really exciting again. Another exciting years for sellers in 2024. We as all of us know are in an extreme housing shortage. So home values, it all comes down to one thing really: supply and demand. So where there's an extreme shortage of supply and an extreme demand on the New Hampshire market, lots of people are coming here because of our lakes, rivers, mountains, taxes. We have very very low taxes. 603 advantage. A lot of people who have $1 million plus homes are looking at New Hampshire to move here because there's no luxury tax on the real estate. So all that demand and the limited supply is just driving the home values up. So another great year we're forecasting for sellers. And if you're a buyer, you can still definitely get into a home, but you got to be competitive. This is a market of people who really, really want something versus need something, and they're willing to pay top dollar to get it. And the second part of this is because in New Hampshire, I don't know if it's global warming or whatever it is, but we've had a very mild winter. Not a lot of snow. Today it's going to get to 45 degrees. We're in the first week of February. That's crazy. So this mild winter, we're thinking is going to bring the spring market even earlier because people can get out there and access property more easily.
Yeah. So, David, one of the things that I personally was reluctant to do years ago when I thought about selling my home was to stage it. And I can look back at that, David. My house didn't sell, by the way, and that was probably a mistake on my behalf. We all think our house is beautiful, and everyone's going to
Yes.
come in and fall in love with it, and multiple offers are flying in. Staging still is important. Yeah.
Yes, and I would agree. And everyone has different marketing strategies. But at Four Seasons Sotheby's International Realty, we stem from the preeminent auction house over in London. So our whole thing is luxury. And what is luxury? It's that feeling, it's that lifestyle, it's art, Kevin. So instead of just, putting up a house with, furniture that someone may or may not like, I say, as your realtor, this is going to be our canvas, and it's a beautiful canvas. And now we're going to get high-end stagers in here, whether it's real physical staging or virtual high-end luxury staging, and we're going to take the best high-end furniture, put it in there, and make your house look like a masterpiece. Because most buyers, statistically speaking, Kevin, I don't have the staff top of my head, but it's from the National Association of Realtors. When a home buyer goes into an empty room, it's very difficult for them to envision where the furniture is going to be. So, as the experts in high-end home sales, we know what the marketplace likes. So we can recommend you to one of our high-end stagers, or we can do the luxury high-end staging virtually ourselves. So art, number two, though, pride in home ownership. It's the details. What we do in one thing, we do in all things. So when a home buyer comes and sees that your home looks like a masterpiece, you've done all the details from what the end table looks like in the virtual staging all the way to what the big, dining room table looks like, they're going to say they must have taken really good care of this property, because now when they're putting it out to me, the buyer, and my broker in the marketplace, they know they only get one shot. So they want it to look as good as possible. And if they did that to list it, they probably did that when they owned it.
So I am your person, David. If you take me into an empty house, I'm done. I can't
Yep.
can't visualize it. I'm like, babe, would our couch go there? Is it gonna be?
Yep.
I just can't. When you show me that, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, I get it now. I see how it flows out. And yeah, I've been in homes that are just being built with no walls. I'm like, I gotta go now. Just
Yes.
I'm totally lost. So, David, we mentioned like virtual staging, and everything seems to be online. Is
Yeah.
there still a place for print advertising promoting the homes?
Oh, 100%, Kevin. So at Four Seasons Sotheby's, we believe we leave no stone unturned. So even though a lot of the marketplace is online, there's still a lot of results that can be driven with print. So a lot of home buyers in the general marketplace, they're looking at Zillow, Realtor.com. They have the time to scroll and scroll and scroll. But let's say you're a CEO, you live in Back Bay of Boston, you don't have time to just mindlessly scroll a couple hours in the middle of the night through Zillow, right? So where are the sources that these high-end affluent consumers are looking? They're looking at products like the Financial Times, the Boston Globe, the Wall Street Journal. Sotheby's has exclusive partnerships and relationships with these high-end print firms that other firms just don't, because they're not Sotheby's. So we put your property, your high-end properties, in the print articles that those affluent consumers are reading, who would be likely to buy your home. So that's one end of it. But again, it all goes back to art. Your home is the canvas. We want people to touch and feel it. They unfortunately can't do that online. So I came prepared. I want to show you a couple things real quickly. This is a beautiful magazine. This is one that's featured on, New Hampshire. I don't know if my screen's going to disappear in the green screen, but we'll do this for your house. So this is what, 35 pages or something like that. It's glossy. Most people, when they come in, there's a piece of paper stapled on the counter, and that gets the job done. But we want them to feel the luxury of the high end. Most people don't do this because, frankly, it's very expensive. We have partnerships in things like New Hampshire Home Magazines. We advertise there. This is one of the latest editions of Haven Magazine. This is one of Mariana Viss, my colleague's listing right in New Boston, $6 million right there. And you never know who's going to be reading these things. And then when you come to an open house, or you could do a mass mailing, we have beautiful products, just like this to showcase your house. We've got things like, new listing postcards. I send these out to hundreds of homes when I have a listing in the area. Because if someone's selling their home, their neighbor, their friend might be like, I have a sister who's in California, but she wants to move here. This would be perfect for her. So you can get your community to actually help market your property to Kevin with print marketing.
Yeah. I have to admit, David, if I'm any place and there's a real estate magazine available, I pick it up every time. Never once have I not.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what's available and stuff. And
it's fun,
easy for me, like you said, because, I got to hop on whatever website. No, David, you handed me, I can look, okay, this is in my price range where I want to be. It just, to me, it makes it so much easier. I appreciate when that, because I was like, just go online. And I'm like, I don't want to scroll, like you said.
Exactly.
I missed it or whatever and stuff. So that makes
and what it really is, Kevin, everything we talked about today, from our forecasting of the market, from print advertising to why you should consider staging your home. We have a saying at Sotheby's, and it's experience the unique difference. Everyone else does things kind of the same way, and that's great. Everyone has their own niche. But at Sotheby's, we have a bold, unique difference. And once, whether it's a buyer or sell client experiences that bold, unique difference, they just never go back.
Makes sense. So, David, what's the best way to reach out to you if someone has interest in real estate?
Best way, Kevin, is to text or call me. I've got a cell phone just like everyone else, 603-520-7924. Or look me up online, David Lovlien II, and I'll come up everywhere.
Awesome. David, I appreciate you taking a few minutes calling the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Kevin.